Hello everyone, welcome to new video. Today we're going to show you how to use properly fair value gaps. How we are going to do this is using 0.5 Fibonacci, looking for order blocks or breaker blocks that line up with the fair value gap, and third example is looking on smaller time frames to see if there's imbalance or refine your entry on smaller time frames. Here is our first example. We'll look at this fair value gap here. As you can see, there's a fair value gap, and a super easy way to reduce your risk is just to throw a 0.5 Fibonacci, and your entry would be here. As you can see, 0.5 Fibonacci, and you reducing your risk, and maybe you don't catch every play on market, but you will have better win rate if you use Fibonacci tool if you have a larger fair value gap. On second example, we're looking for order blocks or breaker blocks that line up with the fair value gap. So you can see here is our breaker block and order block. And if you don't know what is order block, as soon as possible we will record a lecture for that. And as you can see, here we have order block that line up with the fair value gap, and your entry can be here on this point of order block. The last example that I will talk about is using smaller time frame imbalances with a larger time frame imbalance. So for example, on the daily chart we have this fair value gap. That's quite a long range, large range, and we can put our chart on 1 hour time frame. And as you can see, when you put on our 1 hour time frame or our chart, we have here order block that line up with the daily fair value gap, this bigger gap, and you can combine order blocks with fair value gaps. And last example, if we return to that first example with the 0.5 Fibonacci, I will show you another way that we can narrow that down. On the 5-minute chart now, we will drop to the 1-minute chart. As you can see, this is 1-minute chart from the first example. And if you look left, is there anything lining up with that you can narrow down your risk? Yes, there's order block right here, so mark that out and use the open of that order block. As you can see, use the open of that order block and refine your entry right there. And you can see that 0.5 Fibonacci is pretty similar position as you line up order block with fair value gap. That's all for today's video. I hope you like it, and leave a like, comment and subscribe. Thank you.